What is up, everybody? It is Road Rage Dudes here, and today we are going to be going over the how to do a data save transfer of a genuine MotorStorm Apocalypse 100% save. Now, this transfer is going to be for vanilla PS3, so you don't need to do any modding or any jailbreaking to this console, which is excellent. But in order to get this save data transfer done, there are some things that you would need to know about. Some files that you would also need, and there's a specific process that you need that you will need to do in order to do this. Where I will have this all located is going to be in the MotorStorm World Discord right here. So if you go to the Discord here, basically you scroll down to RPCS3 and modding stuff. You have Monument Valley files, Pacific Rift files, and Apocalypse files. Basically you want to be in Apocalypse files right here because it's going to have everything you know about the save and all the files that you need in place. The save that I have that we'll be using is going to be a BCUS version, so it's a US version of this game. This has the region code BCUS98242.RAR. This is because this is a WinRAR file that I have zipped up, so basically you can download it, unzip it, and you'd be good to go. It is worth noting that this save includes the full game plus all the DLCs except the 2 exclusive supercars and the golden wheels. If anybody knows anybody in the MotorStorm Apocalypse community that has these exclusive items in the car and vehicles in the game, and they want to give me their save so I could be able to get it for everyone on a vanilla version of MotorStorm Apocalypse on a PS3, please do let me know and I can get that process going. Basically, down here is the files for the Google Drives, or Google Drive links to all the files that you'll need right here. So this one right here, if I click here, it'll take me to basically this link right here. This is going to give me the unzipped, ready to extract versions of the BCUS 9242 save. Basically what I can do is copy this. If you also have a save that's similar to this, you can copy it, paste it, and mark this as 100% save. And also included is going to be the Bruteforce save, or the Bruteforce files, excuse me. Basically what you're going to find out here is that you have 4 folders, whereas in the actual file that I have, you're going to see 5. So you have the Bruteforce save data installer, the Bruteforce save data zip. You also have the important, you must add console ID and USID to global CONF. And then you also have an msv.bvm50.exe email file here. Same thing with here. The only file that is missing in the Google Drive that is not present is this install first the VB5 runtime, which is the MSV BVM50 file. This is an exe file. For some reason, Discord and Google Drive will not take this file as an upload. They see it as a risk and they don't want to upload it, so unfortunately I cannot upload this file. But basically, it says it's 0 bytes, more than likely it's a text file. So, not needed at this point, so you're not losing out on a whole lot. But basically, you have the files. It is very important to know that you need to have Google Chrome in order to open the Bruteforce files in the Google Drive. This will not work with Internet Explorer. And then a note, the only file not present is the install first the VB5 runtime MSV BVM50 exe file. This is not needed, and you could basically run and install the MSV BVM50 file first. Now, this text is more than likely going to be updated, but for any notes that I have taken throughout this process will be uploaded right over here. So if you watched all the videos that I've recommended, linking, I won't be watching every single one of them on this video, but I will be highlighting the ones that were most important to me in getting this taken care of. Basically, I have crediting KM Zoilus, Xiam MrUknowwho, and INVRG for the videos that you see on your screen here, and you might see and you might find them helpful if need be. But basically, like I said, this is going to basically help you out in getting your profile set up, your MSA saves where you need them to be, and then basically you get the save data transfers done to the point where you get the 100% save on your profile and in your PlayStation. So what we're going to do first is basically we are going to go to the video of the first how to install Bruteforce Save Data tutorial. This is how to install on Windows 10, step-by-step guide with all the files that you saw, and this is from Xiam MrUknowwho.
What's up, everybody? It's Mr. You Know Who, and today, guys, I'm bringing you a brand new video in high quality on Windows 10 on how to set up Bruteforce Save Data. So I finally went and got the PlayStation 3 out of storage. I actually did the install for Bruteforce Save Data on Windows 10, and everything worked fine. And I want to share with you guys how I did it, just in case if you're wondering how to do this on Windows 10. Here you go. So in the setup folder, I got the actual app. Everything is here. I have a couple of my game saves that you guys could test out to see if the reassigning is working for you correctly. Do keep in mind, if you reassign these saves correctly to the profile you want to use and you actually copy it onto your PlayStation 3 and it doesn't work, it can be that the actual save region doesn't match the region that you're actually playing. So the save will not load. It will copy onto the PlayStation 3, but it won't load in the game. So, long story short, make sure you got the correct game save region. Now, after that, also in the setup folder, you got PSD tools. This is for jailbroken consoles. Don't worry about this. You don't need this right now for your setup. Now, you got two window files. In the previous videos that I made, a lot of people would run into errors and they're looking for these files. They don't know where to get it from. So I included the files for you just in case if you run into those errors, you have it to use. So you don't need to use both of them. I'm only going to use one in the actual installation of Bruteforce Save Data. So don't worry about the DLL. That's only if you run into that error, then you can use that file and you should be good to go. So I'm going to go up here, come here, run as admin, hit yes, yes, hit OK, come up here, run as admin, hit yes, next, I agree, next, install, give it a second. It's installing the actual program. Now right here, I'm going to uncheck this, hit finish. Now, at this point, you want to close this down for a second. The program is here, it's ready to go. Run as admin, hit yes. It's going to ask you to download Visual C++, hit yes. Let's go into the Microsoft website, hit download, give it a second. Then you're going to run this program. Only going to take a second. Accept, install, then finish, close this out. Go back inside the Bruteforce Save Data Service Packs. Then you're going to go to the 64-bit, run as admin, hit yes. He's going to say repair, hit next, finish. Then you're going to also do the 86 version, run as admin, hit yes. I accept, install, finish. Now at this point right here, you're going to run the program as admin. Yes. It's going to start up for the first time. It's going to ask you to download the cheat repository. 4.6 is going to turn to 4.7. Download. It's only going to take a few seconds. Okay. 4.7. X. At this part, just hit close. Now, right here, it is asking you to get a pattern.sf file from the profile you want to use on your PlayStation 3 to set up your profile on Bruteforce Save Data. Probably saying, what does that mean, Mr. You Know Who? So I'm going to show you. So I have OBS open right now. You see 3 profiles: Craig, Snake Guy, Silent Assassin. I want to get a save from Craig, and I'm going to go over to my save data utility on my PlayStation 3. Stick a USB flash drive in there. Click on it. You can see the flash drive. It's there. And I'm going to go over and get a save. I'm going to press triangle, copy. And then I'm going to put it in my USB flash drive. And I'm going to copy. And that's the save that I'm going to use to set up my profile for Craig's on Bruteforce Save Data. Do keep in mind, if you come and you put the USB flash drive in here, you don't see this here, it's probably because you never activated that account on, which is Craig's, on the PlayStation Network to copy saves. Any save you want to copy, unless you have a jailbroken console, you're going to have to activate that account at least one time on the PlayStation Network to have access to copy your saves. So I'm just pointing that out for now. So Craig's is good. I'm going to go back to Windows 10 to set up my profile. So just one second, switch back over. So I'm going to hit yes here. It's asking me where is the parent.sfo desktop. It's right here. That's the save. Highlight it, open. Put in the name from your PlayStation 3 so you know. Hit OK. Then from here, hit the icons button. Hit the 3 dots one more time. Then you're going to go back to the same save that's on your desktop. Hit OK. There you go. Now from here, it shows your profile, Craig's, but you are not finished setting up your profile. You want to go to Set Profile here, Configure Profiles, select one. As you guys can see, go back to your desktop, go to the save again, hit Open, type Craig's, and now it's telling me Profile 1 will reassign any other save to that profile, which is Craig, so I can use on Craig's. Hit OK. Now go to Set Profile. As you guys can see, it's in use and it matches this as well. And if I go to this save here, I can hit the Verify PFD. Everything says OK. As far as everything is shaded gray right here, I can decrypt if I highlight this. It works. Hit yes. And you guys can see the rest of the buttons are active. I'm going to encrypt. Hit yes. Verify. Still blue. Everything's good to go. So as far as setting up your profile, you're pretty much done. As you guys can see, it says Profile Craig's here. It says Use Profile 1 Craig's. And all I need to do at this stage of the game is get a couple of saves that do not belong to me. Either download them or get some from your friends. Then you want to load them here. And it should say their profile with a whole bunch of numbers. Then I want to turn that into my Craig's profile and try it out on my PlayStation 3 to make sure that it's working correctly, which I will show you in the next video how to reassign saves correctly and what errors to watch out for. That's it. If this video was very helpful, I would appreciate a like. As always, I thank you guys for supporting my channel and watching my video, and I will get up with you guys in the next video. Peace.
So at this point, you should have basically Bruteforce installed, your profile up here, basically the save that you want to transfer that is not in your save, and basically the profile right down here. So what's going to be a little bit different is that obviously we'll want to basically make sure that we have everything in Bruteforce set up to the way that we want to. So what we'll do at this point, really you don't need the extra step of putting in the save here. So I'll show you exactly what you want to do. So what I'm going to do is basically, first of all, you would normally want to go into your save data here and then populate to the copies of the save right here. As a matter of fact, I'll check on the params right here. guess this is for this guy. That's for this guy. Okay, so these are silhouettes saves, which I'll have to reassign. So I'll make a note. So basically, I have essentially different versions of my folder, which is basically the same exact size. So 251, 251, 251, etc. Yeah. So same thing. Basically, what I want to do is I want to take basically this autosave here, which I want to make sure is the same exact one, param. So basically, this is my 100% save. So what I could do at this point is I can copy this save. I can paste it onto the file right here. And realistically, you could be okay with the one file if you want to rename it a little bit differently, just that way you can at least see that it is different. So you could say 100%, of course, so you can do that. What you can do as well is if you want to basically get your save, a copy of your save. Now I'm going to get still save. See how this one's a little bit smaller, so we'll take this copy here. We will paste it. And essentially at this point we have the 100% save, and then we have silhouette save right over here. So this is what we want right here. So what we'll do next is basically, as soon as we get in the desktop here, what we can do is we can hit refresh, and the saves will pop on up right over here basically, which is exactly what we want. What we could do is we could basically take this, go to desktop, type in sil, param. Now you could do whatever name you want, but basically this would be the same exact procedure that you would do to basically get to your profile, as long as these are on your desktop. So this is your save, my save, etc., etc. Basically, you can name this whatever you want. I'm gonna do silhouette here just to keep this simple and straight across. Hit OK. This pulls up right here. This is his save. This is my save. We're on the right track. So what we want to do now is basically we'll want to set up the profile. And basically you want to configure piles, configure yours. That way you'll be able to do set param for SFO. I'll click on this 3, go back to the one in sil, hit OK, silhouette, hit OK. Now it says silhouette would be used for the patches. Everything's good to go. So at this point, what you want to do now, I found this to be a little bit easier because I had actually taken some notes. So what we'll do at this point here is basically, so after copying your save and then 100% save to your desktop, you want to hit refresh, which you've done. Both saves should pop up right in Bruteforce, which is exactly what happened. Make sure that you have copies of both saves on your desktop. You don't need to have copies, but in the case where you do mess up something along the lines and you need to basically quickly find your copies, they'll be right here on the desktop. They will also auto-populate right here. But for this sake, since I've done this too many times now, I'm going to use these two files now. So what I want to do is I want to go to the desktop, basically click on the save. Actually, what you can do is basically you want to go back into Bruteforce. You want to select your profile. Basically go to your save on desktop. Click on param, and then type it in silhouette or whatever you want to do. So, and then basically it comes up here as well. Set profile, that, and we'll be good to go. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to go to the desktop and click on the 100% save and open this folder here. So what we'll do is this. We will copy the autosave.dat folder. So we'll copy this. And what we're going to do is basically, we're going to go, actually, okay, all right, I went too far. Sorry. Okay, so at this point, because we've gone into, so after so at this point, as soon as we hit refresh, the saves will pop on up right here. This will be silhouette. This is also silhouette. Basically, we have the saves. Everything is good to go for now. Now, at this point, what you can do is you can set your profile, use profile number, basically whatever, for the configuration of your files. Global settings, you don't need to edit at all. Basically, click on this, and you're now changing your profile to silhouette. What you want to do is click on your save. Don't double click. You want to decrypt files. So decrypt all files. Going to hit yes. So now this is decrypted. Now what we could do is basically we can go back to the save. I'm not sure why we've done it. So we can go back to the 100% save. Copy the autosave, which is this guy right here. So I'm going to hit copy. We'll go back into the other save, and we're going to hit paste. So you want to replace the files. And now at this point here, you don't want to delete this file because it's already decrypted in here. As soon as you delete this, it will no longer show this as decrypted, and you've messed up the process. So what you want to do is basically, like I said, replace the files, do not delete. After you do this, it will remove the encrypted brute force. Go hit refresh right here. Basically, if I hit refresh on the top right, so basically you hit refresh and it shows everything is still the same. What you want to do at this point is basically you want to click on the save. Well, this is already saved. You want to encrypt all files, hit yes, hit refresh, and at this point now the save is under your name, like so. So at this point, what you can do is basically you can take this save, you can basically open up the folder. So in this case, we'll go back to the flash PS3, go to save data, and we're going to move, and we'll click on this, and we'll click on this, we'll click on the para, and basically now it's showing that it is essentially your profile. So it's no longer mine, but it's going to be yours now. And you can tell that by clicking in here in your file, clicking on the param, and again showing that different profile ID. So what we can do at this point is we can go back to this flash drive, and then basically what we can do, we could take this save data right here, and we can copy it in. Basically delete these old files. And then basically at this point, you rename this back to the region code like so. And then at this point, on paper, it should work. So now what you can do is you can unplug your USB, basically take this guy, safely eject it, and then basically take it out. And then copy the save, plug it into the USB, copy that save on, paste it, and then load the game, and then it should pop on up. And at that point, you have completely done the save, which is excellent. I've also wanted to include a couple other things in this tutorial as well. So if I go back to the Discord, so there is another tutorial. There's also more tutorials here. So basically, if you're having specific issues in what you need to do with the installation of like brute force, region code, anything, I've included a bunch of tutorial videos on how to change game saves to change ownership, region and add sheets, brute force save data tutorial, how to install, once again, the same exact video that you guys just watched. Brute force save data 4.6, how to set up and reassign saves. This one makes use of a param SFO editor, which we did not need to make use of in this case. And then this guide right down here, brute force save data tutorial, how to reassign saves on Windows 10, step-by-step guide. And then this guy right down here, INVRG, is how to unlock and change the region of a game save or brute force save data. So basically, if you have a different region or code up here that's different to the save, if your save is a different code than what I have here, this video will basically make it so that way you could change either your save to this save right here, or basically this code right here to basically work under your save. And that's what you want to do there. If you have any questions or comments for me, I am in the Discord. You can leave a comment for me on my YouTube channel right here. I do plan on making more versions of these videos, even though this one's a little bit scrappy. So for now, it is the best version of this tutorial. I will make a better version of this tutorial down the road with more information. So if I need to make any bug fixes, whatnot, I will make that change. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video as well and you want to stick up to date for a lot of the MotorStorm content that I upload or anything else, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the video, and you guys have a good rest of your day.